Hi Virgo. Unfortunately, I had to pause your reading halfway through, but we'll get straight back into it anyway. And obviously, when I upload the videos, I will be showing it as part one and part two. So please watch both videos for the final outcome of your reading. As I said, we were talking about the Two of Swords, and just quickly to go back to it, it is showing that there is some deception or some lies that are being hidden, and a choice has to be made. And unfortunately, it can sometimes suggest that either choice is going to be a negative one, but nonetheless, a choice has to be made. And that Two of Swords has fallen within your present situation. The next card we have is the Ace of Wands. Now, this has fallen within your near future. The Wands, as I've already... No, I haven't, because you haven't had any wands on the table. Excuse me. The wands represent fire, which can be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Now, the Ace of Wands reversed. Again, it's not a great card. All the aces are to do with new beginnings, but when they're reversed, that's not the case, unfortunately. Now, this is showing that there can be... It can be suggested that something has taken a great deal of your time and energy, okay? But it hasn't got off the ground in the way it should. It could be down to bad timing. It could be down to people problems. It could be down to the influence of the Two of Swords that I've already mentioned, with some lies and deception being hidden from you. But this card shows a frustrating time. It shows that there is delays in travel, celebrations. It just shows that something is languishing. And as I said, it's either due to bad timing or people problems. But something is not getting off the ground in the way it should. The next card we have is another Ace card, which again is reversed. This is the Ace of Cups. The cups are water, and they represent Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. Now, this has fallen within the position of kind of how you see yourself, so to speak. Now, when it's reversed, it's showing an instability and insecurity. It's showing that there is a complete lack of faith within yourself, within a relationship, within projects. It can indicate a false heart, that somebody is, I don't want to say pretending, because the cups are all to do with emotions. There are feelings, love. They're all emotion based. And it is signifying that there is fears in regards to relationships or a project or a fear within yourself. It's indicating that there could be a lack of support at the moment from those closest to you, which is creating an instability within your emotions. Maybe somebody around you comes across in a certain way, but actually has a false heart. But it's showing that you are fearing this. You are fearing something within a relationship or a project or within yourself. We've already seen with the Ace of Wands in your near future that something is not getting off the ground in the right way. And I feel this is creating some emotional instability within yourself. Now, the Eight of Pentacles, the Pentacles represent Earth, which is your own energy. It is actually the only card on the table representing your own energy. It is for you, yourself, Virgo, for Taurus and Capricorn. The Eight of Pentacles, and this has fallen within your environment, your friends and family, or how others may be seeing you. And the Eight of Pentacles is somebody who is being very focused on something at the moment. It's normally indicating that you are extremely focused on your work at the moment, or focusing on a new project that you have started, or that somebody around you is completely focused on their work or a new project that they have started. And they are trying to become the major craftsman, so to speak. They are trying to learn trying to gain the tools of the trade. You know, you can see in the background there's this town behind this man, but he's not looking in the background. He's not looking anywhere except on what he is doing. Now, if this is not you at the moment, then it's somebody in your environment that is solely focusing all their time and energy on their work, on the job at hand, and they're not focusing on anything else within their lives at the moment. Now, the Eight of Swords has fallen within your hopes and fears, or your need to know position. Now, the Eight of Swords, it can show, what this card is saying is that you need to use complete brain power now, rather than your emotions, to get you through a particular situation or a particular time in your life. As I've said before, the swords are our thoughts, our mind, our perception of things. The Eight of Swords can show that there has been a bad handling to something, which has become extreme. And it can show that you could be losing your head over this, so to speak. You could be blaming yourself for the bad handling of something. But what this card is showing is that that is a waste of time. What's been done is done. You may have handled something in the wrong way, but it's done. And you are allowing yourself to be tied up and blinded to the reality of something. You need to take the blindfold off. You need to free yourself from the ropes around you. And you need to accept what has happened, because wasting all the time blaming yourself for something is not going to change it. And you need to step out of the emotional aspect of this situation. And as I said, the swords are about our thinking, about our brain power. And this card is asking you now to start using that, to focus on that, to get you forward, not your emotions. This is not a time to be emotional about something. It's possible that there has been a bad hurt in the past, or that you are going through a hurtful time within an area of your life. But focusing on that is just going to hold you back. So like I said, focusing on the hurt, feeling emotional about that is keeping you trapped. You need to let go of that hurt. You need to try your best to not be emotional now, but to be very logical and to use your brain power. It can also signify that maybe somebody is staying within a love situation, or within any situation for the sake of it. That they're choosing to stay in this predicament. They're keeping themselves in this negative situation, when if they were to take the blindfold off and free themselves, they can see that there is a gap behind them. There's no swords behind them acting as a barrier. They can free themselves from this and they can move away from it. But it's you that is allowing yourself to stay within this situation. And this card is now asking you to stop. To stop feeling emotional about something that is hurting you. To become very logical and to use all your brain power now to get you away from this negative situation and this negative thinking. The next card we have, and this is your final card. This is the Queen of Cups. As I've already explained, the cups are water. Now, the Queen of Cups can talk about a codependency relationship. It can call for somebody to start to become independent in their own thoughts. The Queen is somebody who is very stern. She's not showing any real feelings or emotions to things. She's extremely composed. She's somebody that wants to know every detail about something. And this card, like the Eight of Swords, is saying that you are not to allow your emotions now to get in the way of something. It's like you are on the right path to something, okay? It could be, if the Eight of Pentacles, somebody who's focusing all their attention on the work, if that is you, then that's what this is saying. Because we had at the very beginning, we had the Judgment card, which is the conclusion to something. Somebody has made the final judgment on something, which has brought an ending and a conclusion to something. The Queen of Cups is talking about stepping away from your emotional attachment to something now. Because it is about a codependency. It's about relying emotionally heavily onto something or someone. And this card is asking for that to now stop. For you to be like the Queen of Cups, and to be not stern in a very negative way, but to take that kind of attitude, to maybe not show your feelings and emotions so much, to gain some composure within your emotions now, to start to be independent within your own thinking about your life and your direction in life, not to allow others' opinions or others' thoughts to dictate your future. To take away, literally, to take away all the emotional attachment you have to something now, to gain some clarity and clear thinking. And as I said, to become independent within your own thought process and the direction you wish to have in your life, because now is not the time to be emotional or overly emotional. Because strangely enough, this card talks about how compassion could distract you. You could feel compassion towards somebody else or a situation, and that compassion is distracting you in a negative way. So you need to take on the qualities of this Queen. She has mastered her emotions. She feels emotional, of course she does. We all do within our lives. But she has mastered those emotions. She now knows how to keep the composure there. She doesn't allow her heart to rule her head. She doesn't allow herself to be solely governed on just her emotions. And that's what this card is asking you to do. To become independent within your thinking. To not allow yourself to be dragged in to codependent relationships or situations within your life. To, yes, have compassion for people around you, but don't allow that compassion to take over your life or distract you. And basically, the final message is now not to allow your heart to rule your head. An ending has come to something. A conclusion has been drawn. The final judgment has been made on something. Yes, there has been somebody deceiving you, somebody lying to you. And either choice that you've had to make in regards to this neither choice can really be a positive choice. But, and with the two aces being reversed, things should have got off the ground. Things should have gone in a certain way, but for whatever reasons, they haven't. Plans have gone wrong, or relationships have gone wrong, or situations have been handled badly. Yes, there may be a feeling of guilt with this. There may be that feeling that you've handled things badly. But ultimately, the judgment's now been made. The conclusion has been reached. What's done is done. And it's no good looking back at this past thing, or allowing this hurt within your life now to take over your future. Because, as I said, the Judgment card is the energy being brought in for September, and it is signifying the conclusion to something. And your final outcome card is asking you really to accept that conclusion, and to not allow your heart to rule your head over this situation, to master your emotions, to find some composure, and to allow yourself to move on independently within your own thoughts, and not be governed by other people's thoughts and emotions anymore. As I said, do not allow your compassion towards someone or a situation to distract you. So, Virgo, that is your general reading for September. As I say with all my readings, there is lots of Virgos out there. This reading may not resonate with any of you. It may resonate with some of you. Maybe part of the reading only will make sense to some of you. But I see that there has been some hidden truths, some lies. And I see that, some time out with the Four of Swords is needed from this bad situation. But this is now coming to an end. Somebody has made a conclusion to something. Somebody has made their final judgment on something. And yes, maybe you have handled some things badly. But your final outcome card is now asking you to scrap away all your emotions and to compose yourself and to move forward independently. So that is the end of your reading. As I say with all my readings, if you like it, please give it the thumbs up. If you don't, by all means give it the thumbs down. If you wish to leave a comment, that would be great. I read every single comment that is left, and I always make sure I reply to all the comments. So that is the end of your general reading. I will be back again soon to give you your love reading for September. So until then, thank you. Bye.